Hi, I'm Regina, and I want to share with you my story that almost ruined my trust in people. It all happened at a summer camp that I went to with my cousins, Jess and Cassie. My boyfriend Rick was there too. It was the first camp I ever attended, so it was a big deal for me. I was very excited. So the first day I arrived, I was happy to see the camp was lit and buzzing with excited teenagers. I stood with Rick for a few minutes before I had to join the queue for registration. I got assigned to Group C, and my room was on the west wing, and I was paired with a red-haired girl. "Hello, my name is Katie. What's yours?" she asked me as I walked in. "I'm Regina," I replied. We got to talking, and it looked like we would get along really well. At about 2 a.m., I heard someone talking really loud. "No, I won't give in. Stop, you're bugging me. I'm tired." "No, I said not tonight." That was my roommate talking in her sleep. I got up and taped her. "Hey, are you having a bad dream?" I asked. She woke up really startled and said, "Yeah." I told her to wash her face and try sleeping again. I got back in bed and pondered through the night. It was going to be a very long period of 3 weeks for me if I had to deal with a sleep talker. Katie was an interesting person. She was really cool, kind of clingy, but cool. Katie and I got so familiar that I didn't have to go across wings to be with Jess and Cassie. Plus, she was always cool to hang out with Rick and I. During camp activities, Katie would struggle to be on the same assignment as me, but never on the opposite team. Rick always teased me.
"I see you got a new girlfriend who can't let you out of her sight."
That really was the case. During one of my conversations with Rick, I figured he was driving somewhere with his constant bickering about Katie always being around. He even asked me to be careful with her. Was he jealous? Just maybe my boyfriend was jealous of my new roommate. Pretty weird, though. I didn't see anything wrong with having a new friend. I walked back to my room and met Katie reading a book. For some reason, I glanced at her phone and saw that her wallpaper was a picture of me. I jokingly asked her about it, and she laughed and said that she put it there by mistake and felt too lazy to change it. I told Rick about this, and it fueled his suspicions.
"I think she might be obsessed with you, Regina.
"Please be careful," Rick said. I started to pay attention to the little things Katie did. Sometimes she would make really strong statements like, "I wish we were alone in the camp, just me and you," or, "You're so pretty, Regina. Rick doesn't deserve you." It was kind of weird, but I didn't think much about it. Also, I was like her only friend at camp. I was dealing with all this drama on a low until one day Katie asked to talk to me. "Hi, Regina. Do you mind if we speak? I think Rick might not be into you like you think he is." "Why?" I asked. "I saw him kiss another girl today, and I just felt I should tell you. That's what friends do, right?" I was mute for a moment. I was in so much hurt that I felt it in my belly. Katie apologized and started to go on and on about how she's here for me in case I need anything. I certainly didn't want to hear that. I just wanted to find Rick and punch him in the face. I got to Rick and cussed him out for cheating on me. He looked so shocked. "Why do you seem so surprised? You thought I wouldn't find out, right?" I screamed at him. Rick didn't get provoked. Rather, he calmly asked who told me. "Katie did. She saw you behind the store."
"What store?"
Rick asked. "I haven't been to any store on this camp. We don't even have a store on this camping ground." I felt so stupid. He was right. But why would Katie lie? I stormed off without even saying a word to Rick because I was in between doubts. "Where did you see Rick kissing someone, Katie?" I screamed at her. "I'm sorry, Regina. I thought it was him. I walked up on 2 people, and the way they hid, I concluded it was Rick." I wanted to puke from how disgusted I was. I almost lost my temper. But she started to apologize and offered to get us food for the evening. We had dinner in silence, and I talked to Rick before I went to bed. At 5 a.m., the alarm for morning drill rang, and I couldn't get out of bed. I felt really sick, so I had to sleep in. I pretended to Katie that I had cramps because I didn't want her clinging all over me. Rick got worried and came over to check on me.
"Babe, are you okay? Are you sick 'cause we had a fight last night?" he teased.
He made me laugh. Rick was sweet. I can't believe I almost let Katie do us dirty. I apologized to him, but he shut me up with a kiss. He said everything was okay and he just wanted to stay with me all day. Time passed, and before long, the long-awaited bonfire night commenced. We were really looking forward to this part of the camp, but here I was, under the weather. I convinced him to go have fun for the both of us. I knew everyone would be at the bonfire, but I just wanted to take my meds and get enough rest. Rick tucked me in bed right before he left for the bonfire event. The next morning, I got up quite late, and everywhere seemed silent. Rick hadn't come to check on me, which was very unlike him. I walked out and discovered that everyone was searching for Rick. "Katie, where's Rick? Why is everyone looking for him? Is he hurt?" I asked, trembling. "They say that he was seen last night wandering in the woods," Katie answered, in the calmest of tones. She didn't even care. Then it hit me. Katie never liked Rick. She might have a hand in this. She just might know what happened to Rick. "Katie, do you know where Rick is?" I asked her with bloodshot eyes. She stammered, and I immediately took the case to our camp commander. He listened as I narrated every incident up until this moment. He called Katie to question her, but she denied having anything to do with Rick's disappearance. Aretha, one of the girls in my dormitory, said she saw Katie and Rick together that night, and she was sure Katie knew where he was. By the end of the day, the search party found Rick in the woods. He was stuck in a hole covered in leaves a few yards away from the bonfire. I ran to give him a hug and check to see if he was hurt. Fortunately, he had no bruises on him, but the story behind his disappearance gave me the chills.
Katie asked me to escort her towards the lake. She said she wanted to apologize for causing a quibble between you and I, but she had a different intention. I walked with her, and immediately we got to that spot, she pushed me in the booby trap. It was unbelievable how she did it while she talked about how lucky I am to be with you and how much she wanted to be you, herself. I begged her to get help, but she just left me for dead.
Listening to Rick's experience with Katie infuriated me. The girl was crazy, and I was determined to make sure she paid for what she did. I walked up to our camp commander to report the case. I couldn't deal with all the crazy anymore. Katie had to leave. She was a nuisance to me, to Rick, and everyone around. Rick was right about her, and if I had listened from the start, I probably wouldn't have put us in this mess, I thought. Katie seemed unapologetic for what she had done. Would you believe that when she was asked why she did what she did, she said she loved me and wanted me for herself? Why me? What did I do to deserve all of this? I guess I'll never know. Katie got thrown out of camp as punishment for her misconduct, and I had to live through camp with rumors of the incident. Some campers were nice, and they also thought Katie was crazy. Others didn't believe the story, so they stuck their noses up each time I passed. Anyway, Rick and I are still together, and he teases me a lot with reference to Katie. I learned that we all have to be careful with the people around us, because you never know who's coming to get you. What did you think of the story? Did you ever have any unpleasant experiences with a roommate before, or at a summer camp? Share with us your experiences in the comment section below. Oh, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel.